It's minicamp and OTA season, and today we're taking another look at the Cleveland Browns and watching Joe Flacco throw the ball around. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at practice, rookie camp, minicamp, OTAs, training camp, workouts in between, so you know what your players are doing behind the scenes. Those rookies, those quarterback battles, those guys you're drafting in fantasy football, it's all right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. But we're looking at the Browns. We're looking at Joe Flacco. We're going to talk about these quarterbacks. I got about 4.5 minutes of clips here. We're going to run through these, loop it, keep talking ball like we always do. But here we go. Here we go. We got some Kenny Pickett there. Gabriel, Shedeur in the background. There's Flacco. Just casual toss. Casual toss. The rule here is whatever I find, I will show. Whatever the algorithm shows me that day has been the rule. And then if I find more, I keep breaking videos out. I just keep breaking them out. Here's some more. Flacco's in the back, of course. Of course, there's the camera rolling. There's the camera. You're in the defense. Boom. Play action. Getting the ball out there. Nice grab. Nice grab. So Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Shedeur Sanders. Nice one down there. This one was from last week. The Browns have been showing like a little bit of clips here and there so far this week. I imagine they're going to have a day where they just let it loose. Like they did last week. They had like 2. Flacco getting it out there. Overall, from what I've heard, read, collecting clips and just finding things while getting clips of Shedeur, Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, is that Flacco and Shedeur's been looking good. From what I saw from the clips from ESPN Radio, I don't trust them 100%. As you know from the videos I put out with them, that Pickett wasn't doing that so well. But I don't trust it, so you may have a different take on that, and that's fine, because I don't trust it, like I say. But also, I saw other accounts that he's doing okay. Gabriel, I see the clips, and he's getting batted down at the line of scrimmage a bit. Flacco's had his moments, too. He's thrown some picks. Shedeur's been looking good. I saw, like, 1 pick, but he's been looking good. He's been competing very well. And if I had to grade it, it's Flacco versus Shedeur. Pickett not too far off. And then Gabriel is just going to be a backup and a developmental backup like we have intended him to be once he got selected anyways. But when we're looking at Flacco, this is the veteran that's going to give you stability. This is the veteran that's in here to start off as the guy, honestly. That's what I thought before the draft. And when we looked at the draft, I looked at it as this. Like, Flacco's going to start it off. You got Pickett for whatever reason, but good competition for whoever they drafted, because I thought it was probably going to be Shedeur or another quarterback right there in the first round or with that second-round pick. Like, that's what I thought. And so I thought that, hey, we're going to start off with Flacco. We're going to have a rookie in there, maybe middle of the season. Maybe now that I know the schedule a little bit more, maybe sooner than that. But that's what I thought going in. And Kenny Pickett, a good bridge if something goes awry. But we're bridging for the rookie, and that still might be the case here. So Shedeur is playing very well. Flacco's doing good. Flacco can go on a run where he throws a lot of picks. So if I'm a Shedeur fan and I'm watching this and you're watching me talk about Flacco, you need him to keep stacking days because he's been having good days. And he's not really had any bad ones that have been really noted. That has been really noted. From what I've seen, everything's been looking good. You need Flacco to start stacking bad days. And those bad days will probably start coming once things get a little bit more exotic against defenses. Maybe more in joint practices. That's where things are going to come ahead. Kenny Pickett is a guy, Shedeur, if he's legit, should beat. And talent-wise, draft prospect profile-wise, I would expect that. I would expect that coming in. I think Shedeur's more of an upside starter, where Dillon Gabriel is more of a developmental backup, like a high-end developmental backup. I like Dillon Gabriel because he's accurate and very poised in the pocket. I like him as a backup on your team. I think he can have, over time, over the course of his career, some runs of starts and keep your team afloat and look good with it. But Shedeur is an upside developmental backup where the upside's to the moon. That's what I mean by that. There's also downside, but that's like with every rookie. And I'm also giving him grace. A lot of people are going to give Shedeur like Tom Brady status right now. Like, he's a rookie. Rookies need time to develop, and you got to always give those rookies some grace, especially at the quarterback position. Another position's tight end. They need extra grace because they're learning pretty much two positions, wide receiver, line, and plus that tight end role. They got to learn a lot. That's a lot to download, and a lot of times those positions take a little bit longer. And sometimes those rookies hit, and they step back sophomore season, then they come back up. It's volatile because they're learning. They got the Bambi legs on. So I always give them grace. I'm just watching them play. But from the accounts I've read, Flacco's been looking good. I've seen some picks, and I think I got the pick in here that I saw. Should be early, depending on how it came in there. And then, also, Shedeur's been looking solid. He's been stacking days. Flacco's been stacking days so far. I believe it's going to be between those two throughout the year. And I say throughout the year. I think we're going to have more than one quarterback start this season. And I think it's going to be up to 3. I think you'll see Pickett out there a little bit. And I think that's going to really get you to Shedeur. I would not be surprised. You told me all 4 started. Like how to start. I wouldn't blink an eye at you. Honestly. But training camp's where things are going to get into the thick of it. But this is a level up compared to rookie camp for Shedeur, for Gabriel, because that's against rookies, tryout guys. Now it's against the vets on the team. Things are getting a little bit more exotic. I've been using that word a lot today because we're installing more of the playbook. We're getting the gears greased up, and then we'll be getting into minicamp, which OTAs and minicamp these days, depending on the team, they're butted up against each other, so it might as well be just called the same thing. And then training camp in about a month and a half. About a month and a half. We'll have all the clips of that too. Flacco's been looking good. The thing about the Browns, if I'm a Browns fan, we got to get the turnover differential back to looking good. That will allow you to sneak some games. That will allow you to sneak some games because the defense is still amazing. You still got a lot of talent on that defense. If you can slow it down, control clock, move the chains. We know we don't have Tom Brady, Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning. We know we don't have that. We know we don't have that, right? We know we don't have that right now on the team. However, if I'm a Browns fan, I am watching the turnover differential. So Flacco can't be throwing picks. He can move it downfield. He can fuel an offense. We've seen that. And he can come in and step in and look good for what he is, an older quarterback. He can definitely do that. We just got to keep the ball moving. We got to keep control of the ball. We can't hand it over. We do that. We're going to be looking pretty. We're going to be looking pretty. We might sneak out some wins. And if Shedeur comes in, same thing. That's what the Browns have to do. They have to get gritty. They have to use Quinshawn and Dylan Sampson. Those 2 rookie running backs have to hit. They got to get a good push up front. Those 2 rookie running backs. And they get you more yards than expected with their touches. That is where it's going to be. That is where it's going to be with this team. They're going to live through the run game. They're going to run it. They're going to try and control clock. They're going to use that defense. Flacco can't throw picks. We can't revert to that. We got to fuel these wide receivers downfield. We got to connect with Jeudy. And Njoku's got to be a thing around the goal line, red zone area. Shedeur's got upside. A ton of it. Give him some grace. That's what we're looking at with this team. Well, let me know what you think about this quarterback situation in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.